We have stepped up support to Ukraine, we have ramped up the pressure on Russia, and we've made it clear to the world just what is at stake. In our first week in office, my right honourable friend, the Prime Minister, confirmed that we would provide £3 billion a year in military aid this year, next year, and every year that it's needed. This includes, my right honourable friend, the Defence Secretary's announcements today, with more funding for Ukraine's Navy, more funding for drones, the extension of Op Interflex, which has trained more than 50,000 Ukrainian troops to date, and I have also increased non-military support. This financial year, we will give at least £250 million in bilateral assistance for work such as on protecting the Ukrainian power grid. We've just this weekend suffered another Russian onslaught. Mr. Speaker, crucially, our bilateral support, both militarily and non-military, will be higher this financial year than in any previous financial year since the war began. And Mr. Speaker, let me also pay tribute to the opposition for their leadership on these issues when they were in office, because the truth is this House has been able to speak on Ukraine with one voice, and long may that continue. But that is not all that we've done. We've also found creative ways to bolster the Ukrainian economy further. We've brought the UK-Ukraine digital trade deal into force so that they benefit from cheaper and quicker trade. UK Export Finance has provided over £500 million in loan guarantees, including for Ukraine's own defence industry. British International Investment is working with the Ukrainian Bank of Reconstruction and Development to support Ukrainian trade. By the end of this year, we will have deployed a further $484 million in World Bank loan guarantees. And tomorrow, Mr. Speaker, this House will debate a bill confirming a new £2.26 billion loan to Ukraine as part of a G7 package of $50 billion. This extraordinary revenue acceleration scheme will sustain Ukraine in the fight, all paid for by the profits from frozen Russian assets. Mr. Speaker, I've made it my personal mission to do all that I can to constrain the Kremlin. Since July, we've sanctioned almost 40 vessels in Putin's shadow fleet of oil tankers, barring them from our ports and denying them access to our maritime services. We've sanctioned firms who supply Russia's military-industrial complex, including Chinese firms sending critical components such as for drones. We've sanctioned cyber criminals from the aptly named Evil Corps, Russian troops who've used chemical weapons on the battlefield, mercenaries responsible for destabilising Africa, and we've taken further action this week. Yesterday, I imposed more sanctions in response to Iran's transfer of ballistic missiles to Russia, including on Iran Air. And today I'm announcing measures against those monsters who have forcibly deported Ukrainian children for attempted indoctrination by the Kremlin. Mr. Speaker, I'm proud of all this government has done to support Ukraine, proud of the unity that this House has shown on this issue, proud that we have proven Britain will remain Ukraine's staunchest friend throughout this war and in the peace that follows. But we are always stronger when we work with others.